Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Destiny 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, the Grand Vaulting begins. Let's get to it. So today we're not talking about what is going on currently, but what will be going on starting September 22nd, 2020 and beyond. So what are we talking about? Actually, there's a lot to talk about, but first and foremost, the sky is going to look a lot different than it does today. Now, here is how everything looks right now if you go to the director, and this is how it is going to look in September. And it looks a lot different. There's going to be a lot of vaulting of locations and activities that we have come to play and enjoy over the course of Destiny 2. So Mercury, Mars, Titan, Io, and the Leviathan are all being taken away. And we are going to be getting back the Cosmodrome and having a new location, Europa, coming in September. So the big question is, why is this happening? Why are they taking things away? Well, there's actually a couple reasons. First of all, the size of the game continues to expand, and it is unsustainable. You can't just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger without repercussions. So the problem is that you've got a game that started off around 60 gigabytes, and they've been adding every year about 20 or so gigabytes. So when you're pushing 125 gigabytes for a file size, it becomes unwieldy both for your hard drive and for the developers. Part of the problem on the development side is that they are trying to balance all locations, all activities, and all weapons and armor all at the same time every few months. So every time a new DLC comes out, they're doing a pass-through of everything and trying to rebalance everything based on where the game is going. So originally they had this grand design where they were going to have this huge universe for players to play in, and they have since realized that that is unattainable for a variety of reasons. So what's the problem with them balancing everything? Why don't they just balance the new things and just keep the old ones the way they are? Now, that would be possible if all of the old activities, including Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit, no longer offered powerful rewards. If you were doing it just because it was fun, then that would be possible. Plus, all the old weapons and armor still need to be balanced for new activities. So even though we have a smaller pool of, new areas, new activities, all the old weapons, the old armor, the old exotics, they're still going to be able to be usable in these new areas. So the bare minimum was that they would have to do balancing for those, and while they were at it, they were going to balance everything else. So there's no possibility of them being able to do everything, basically. So this is the reason that Bungie has given why there hasn't been as much content as some players would like to see. If you're always looking back at what you've already done, it's hard to look forward and bring in new ideas and new activities if you're always looking back and having to fix problems of the past. And that's to say nothing of problems that come up in the middle of a season. Unfortunately, I feel like they should have realized this sooner, say about a year ago, before they brought the moon out. If they had started this process with Shadowkeep, it wouldn't feel like they're taking so much away come September. Of course, they're also taking away weapons and armor, because your weapons and armor can only be infused up to a certain level. And as we have figured out, September 22nd, your power is going to jump up to 1260. Any weapons or armor that cannot be upgraded or infused up to 1260 is not going to be moving forward. So anything that stops at 1060 obviously is stopping at this season, but anything going forward that is not 1260 or above, you're only going to be using it this season, and next season it's going away. You're not going to be able to use it. Certainly for free roam and just playing around, sure, you could still use it. However, for anything important, any powerful drops, pinnacle activities, you're not going to be able to use it by any stretch of the imagination. And then going forward, each season is going to add 50 points to the power. So maybe the weapon that you have can be upgraded to 1260, but that means you will only be able to use it in the next expansion, and then once the next DLC comes out, that is going to be an antique and you're no longer going to be able to use it. So looking at something that can be upgraded to 1360, anything from the current season, you'll be able to use until the final season of next year, so around June of next year, so about a year. Then you'll no longer be able to use the weapons that you're getting today. So yes, it can very easily feel like Bungie is taking away all our toys and leaving us with just a couple of things. We're going to have fewer locations and fewer weapons and armor that we can use, which means that we have less choice than what we currently do today. Now, additionally, there will be 3 raids available come September. The Vault of Glass will be making a return, a new raid on Europa, and one other one, either Last Wish or SOTP, Scourge of the Past, depending on what they're feeling like doing. Now, it's not all bad news, per se. Vaulting and deprecating these weapons and armor should help encourage more in the future, so there should be an expectation for more content starting in September. Additionally, all Destiny 1 activities and locations are going to be in that vault as well. So it's not just going to be taking that stuff away from Destiny 2, it'll be stuff coming into the vault from Destiny 1, like the Cosmodrome. You can think of being in the vault right now, and it'll be coming back out in September. So some of that nostalgia will be coming back around, but how much is that worth will be up to the individual player to decide. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.